Here's the point.
What's your point?
Warning or no warning, seen it or not, we would just like some acknowledgement that it was handled poorly.
It was handled perfectly.
No, it was not.
Yes.
No, you cannot tell me that that was the way it was supposed to go.
Yes, exactly like that.
No, snow went all over the plates.
Snow went all over the plates.
Here's what I think you're not picking up on. This was a huge event for our family, okay? And sir, I don't want to make this a legal matter between us. I don't.
Billy.
No, I don't want to.
But
What I'm saying is what I don't want.
We're not in America where you sue because your coffee is hot, madam.
Screw you. I'm an attorney.
Okay, you've heard our complaint?
Yeah, well, someone needs to hear it.
Thank you for your time.
And no thank you for your time from me. That is for certain. I got it, okay?
Okay.
A film about an American family on vacation in Austria. They have two 12-year-old twins, and it's a ski vacation in the Alps, and they're sitting outside in a restaurant, and all of a sudden there's a boom, and there's an avalanche very, very far away that's been set off by the mountain, sort of a controlled avalanche. But what happens is that it gets closer and closer and closer, and for a moment or two, it really looks as if they're going to get nailed by this avalanche. And the wife in the couple grabs her two children and tries to protect them, and the husband in the couple, unfortunately, grabs his phone and runs away. And thus begins the unraveling of the sweater of Downhill.
Yeah. I was blown away by the script. I thought it was not having any knowledge of the previous version of the movie, well, the original version. I thought it was just such an interesting story, such an interesting way to approach a relationship movie. And to add this external event that that becomes immediately applicable to yourself. Like, how would I react? How would I react with my spouse? How would I react with my family? Would I do the right thing? And if I didn't, would I confess? Would I try to bury it deeper and hope that no one noticed? And because ultimately everyone's okay, it just examines so many things in an interesting way, while being funny, but being dramatic at the same time. I just thought I would die to get a chance to be a part of this. Well, I play Pete, who's the husband, and he is
In real estate development.
a real estate development, very much into his work. I mean, I think very typical of a lot of us who don't probably do the best job of putting their phone away and really living in the now and really concentrating on spending a concentrated amount of time with their family. He makes this knee-jerk decision to abandon his family and kind of has to deal with the consequences and behaves in a way that is probably, it's not the best version
It's not
of
too
himself.
admirable.
It's not too admirable, and it raises the question of, is this really who he is as a person, or is he just hoping that no one will notice and that it'll just disappear, and he's really not that bad a guy, but it just keeps snowballing. We don't know. We try to figure that out as we follow the story.
I played Billy in the movie, who is the wife and mother, and she has a career. She's an attorney. She's very, I think she likes to think she's in control. She really loves her husband and is really eager to take this vacation and have it be a tonic for the whole family. They need this getaway as a family. Pete had lost his dad a few months prior, and you get the sense that maybe it was a slightly rough year as a result of that. Why wouldn't it be? And then when this horrible event happens, she is so shook up by it that she doesn't really know how to digest it, and is questioning if she even saw what she saw. We love working together, right? Oh, huh.
Yes.
Oh, is that not the case that we didn't like it that much? I had a good time, but I don't know, maybe you didn't, well...
It was an honor, and it's one of the highlights of my life to work with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Are you looking into camera when you said that?
Huh?
Great. I'm so happy to hear that, Will. I'm so happy that you like working with me.
She's so fun. And at times it really felt like I was arguing with my wife.
I'm so happy we made this film together.
Downhill is about this American family of four who go on what's supposed to be this idyllic family ski vacation in the Alps and encounter an avalanche. And the couple, Pete and Billy, have very different reactions to the avalanche. And while everyone comes out of the experience physically unharmed, there's a lot of emotional damage that they have to navigate.
Swish. I thought it was a treat to read a script that had so much humanity in it, where the people weren't carefully sorted into good guys and bad guys, where there was, where everyone was compromised and everyone was lovable and disappointing and interesting in the way that humans actually are in the world.
We play Rosie and Zach, who are on a backpacking trip in Europe and overlap with Pete and Billy. Zach works with Pete, and we get drawn into their family drama and have different opinions about the situation.
They were lovely. They're very low-key and funny and easy to talk to. And two directors was good because there's twice as many of them.
And it was such an epic shoot because we were in the Alps, with record-breaking snow stuff, and I think the more the merrier. They're such amazing performers and writers and directors, so they have such a good sense of storytelling and what goes into it, and it's always fun also to be directed by your actor peers.
Also, a lot of times if you're on a movie where there's just one director, you think this is all well and good, but what if they die? You're screwed.
Right.
But with Nat and Jim, it's like we could lose one of them and we'd be
have
good
another.
to go. We wouldn't even, we'd have to pause for an afternoon to grieve or whatever,
Right.
But then, we probably would still make our day.
Totally.
I think one of the things that the movie says about marriage is if you want to have intimacy, you can't have perfection. That if you spend time with that in order to be close with someone and have a relationship that spans over time, you're going to encounter moments in which you fall far short of who you wish you were. And you're going to have to reckon with that, and your partner's going to have to reckon with that. And I think you have to give up your fantasy of tidiness when you're trying to be close to people.
Totally.
This project started with Julia and Searchlight's desire, I think, to work together. And so they had sort of like loved the idea of what's the American take on force majeure. So we sort of came even after Will. So we were, we heard what the party was. We accepted the invitation.
Ew. That was... Let's hope they don't use that.
I hope they do use it.
It was a dinner party, and we wanted to be a part of it.
And it was black tie, and I said, I'm in.
I have the outfit.
We were already fans of force majeure, as was everyone involved. But, obviously the tone was something we have played with. It was very different from force majeure. And also with Julia's being part of this, we wanted to sort of dig into the Billy character, her character, a little bit more than maybe force majeure sort of deals with masculinity and cowardice. And we kept that on the Pete side of things, but really wanted to think about an American couple in this situation and also being able to fish out of water. So it was important for us to take the spirit of force majeure but come from a different place, which obviously has to happen because the characters are different.
I think one of the benefits of working together is twofold. One, when your brain is fried, somebody else is there to help sort of carry the load.
That's fair. So his was fried consistently.
Because I was skiing.
So I
was literally in the
ideas. And then what's twofold? What's the other one?
The second one is it's just more fun because you are able to do bits and laugh together and
I'm told I'm a blast. I'm told. Next question.
We were the beneficiaries of Julia already being involved in the film, as was the case with Will. As far as the other roles, we cast them really from auditions. I would say it wasn't any previous relationships that we had with any of the actors.
No.
We just lucked out, and I think after Zach Woods and Zoe came in, we
loved them so much and had them work together.
And then we ended up rewriting a lot of the script kind of based on what they brought to the audition. So
characteristics of those two particular characters, yeah.
Yes, originally the Zach character was sort of this more machismo kind of Colorado skier, and his girlfriend was sort of a little bit more kind of going along for the ride with him, and then we just found it to be more interesting to flip it, kind of based on what they did in the audition. So, and then we just lucked out with Miranda, who was fantastic, Christopher, who had been in the original.
Force majeure, and it was Searchlight's idea that we should put a little nod to it.
Yeah, and he was so perfect for that role. And then all the way down to every supporting character, we just kind of got lucky. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they see it as an identifiable depiction of what marriage is like, because marriage is a lot of work. It's constantly a roller coaster where, you have terrific moments and you have trickier moments that require, you to dig out of at times. And I think at the end of this movie, and the original for that matter, there is the question of,
the debate of it all.
The debate of it all, the conversation that happens at the end of the film, hopefully between, you and your spouse if you watched it together. What would you do?
It's easy for us to say from afar, oh, absolutely, I'd stay. And then there's a different thing when it's a moment. And I think also, obviously this deals specifically with a relationship that is marriage, but I think relationships in general, there's a theme of the people that are closest to you. And, there's moments where you can lose yourself in something. And it's sort of about, both these characters are realizing where they fit as a couple, mm-hmm. what they've been complacent with, and what they need going forward. So I think there's always like we always have to sort of reinvigorate our relationships and make sure that we're part of it.
Despite how long you might have been with someone, you don't always confidently know who they are,
yes.
In any circumstance. Mm-hmm. I think you can, there's a certain comfort level, but there are times when you may be surprised by
I still don't know who he is.
their actions.
Yeah.
I'm an enigma. I think that's what makes me
No,
so
it's just
special.
in a bad, I don't know
A
him.
real
In other
just
words.
mystery tour.
FuturePreviews.com. Whoa! Go behind the scenes of movies. Subscribe to Future Flicks YouTube channel.